Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the expansion era Boomers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Shane Bieber. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve. And because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Rickey Henderson.
The left fielder, Rickey Henderson.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Tony Gwynn getting ready to hit. He was late there, strike one.
Here's one of those crazy stats about Tony Gwynn. If you split his career numbers in half, he'd still rank first in Padres history in runs, hits, total bases, and doubles.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first. Now it's going to be Ken Griffey Jr. And a foul ball. The 0-1. In the air on the infield. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Now we take a look at that stacked lineup of legendary players for the expansion era Boomers. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
2 outs. Foul ball. And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. At the belt and fires. Up the middle. Onto Jimenez. That's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Catfish Hunter. Chris, how about a scouting report?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit.
Batting second, the catcher.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Bo Naylor at the plate now. And a ground ball to first. And foul ball. Hunter, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one ripped. And this place is rocking. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-0.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Line drive, and that's a base hit to right.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Andres Gimenez. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And at second with 1 away. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. Line drive, base hit. Around third. He'll score easily. And the lead is up to 5.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Brian Riccio. And first offering is fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. High fly ball out towards left field. That one's carrying. Tattooed and gone. Their third home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Catfish Hunter done for the afternoon, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Pitching change here, Jim Palmer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. So up next, Miles Straw. Out towards left center. Griffey in pursuit. That's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Josh Naylor. Singled and scored his first time. And that one pulled foul. 2 out, space is empty. Line drive, caught. Here in Cleveland, stepping in the long ball threat, Jim Thome. Bieber, 28 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Bieber back to work. Out there to center. Straw has a beat on it. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's the veteran first baseman, Eddie Murray. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The Guardians up big in this one here at the top of the second. Kicks and fires. And down on strikes he goes. And 2 away now.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
So 2 down now, and here is Mike Piazza. Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
On the ground to short. Toss to Naylor. That's out number 3. Bottom of the inning. Now at the plate, Bo Naylor.
Guardian, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
The right-hander back to work. That one fouled off. Ripped on a line. Junior settles under it and makes the catch.
Now batting,
and there's one
third
down.
baseman.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That's ripped to right down the line. And it goes just foul. 1 out, base is empty. That's ripped, base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
So a man aboard. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Steven Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And Ricky Henderson the grab.
The right fielder, number 10, Ramon Laureano.
Here's Ramon Laureano. He's already homered in this game. This one smoked out to left. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And Laureano is retired. And that'll do it. Guardians lead 1. And they hold a 7-0 lead. On to the 3rd inning. And now Cal Ripken Jr.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Bieber back to work. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Laureano makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 9, the second baseman.
Here's the veteran second baseman, Joe Morgan. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And that gets down into the gap. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. Foul ball there.
And if there's one man you want to keep off the base paths, it's this guy right here, Ricky Henderson, the undisputed stolen base king.
Got him swinging.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And now the right fielder, Tony Gwynn. Late with the swing there. And Singy, Ricky's 1,406 career steals is a record that may stand forever. The active leader in career steals isn't even a quarter of the way to that number. 2 outs. Right side. right there as Laureano brings it in for the third out. So one hit is all they get. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Cleveland's out front 7-0. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Andres Gimenez. The pitch. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That was blasted to the moon, and they add to the lead. It's 8-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Rips that one to right. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive. And Ricky Henderson to grab. One down.
The center fielder, number 7, Miles.
Here's a speed threat. Miles Straw. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Josh Naylor digs in now. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. In the air out to center. And that'll do it. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. It's now an 8-0 game. Start of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Here comes a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
And that squirts through. Now he'll turn for second.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third base line. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
So man aboard, Mike Schmidt, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. Way out front for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Right through there. Got him. One away.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Next is the designated hitter, Jim Thome. He's 0 for 1. To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out. So digging in, Eddie Murray. Thought looking his first time up.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one pushed to the left and foul. 2 outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Out to short. Rocchio whips it to first on the run. And that is the inning. Back here in Cleveland, bottom 4. Now here is Bo Naylor.
The catcher, Bo Naylor.
And a pitch. Can't glove it cleanly. To first, and he just gets it there in time. 1 away.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A gigantic blast, and they add to their lead. It's 9-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on the platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. And that one ripped into right. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 10.
2 outs, base is empty. Laureano comes up to hit. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now 9-0. Back after this on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the power hitting catcher, Mike Piazza. Piazza goes 6 feet 3 inches, 215 pounds, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Ripken in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
1-0.
The Guardians up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The wind to kick the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Joe.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Morgan. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. The 1-1.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. And welcome back to the ballpark. And stepping in is the speedy Andres Gimenez. The pitch. Swung on, belted. That one back. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 10-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but
So a young arm coming on now out of the pen, Fernando Valenzuela.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. Swing and a drive, deep right field. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. So man aboard, and up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio, 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 12-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. This one in the air, right field. Gwynn makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Josh Naylor. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. Just a weak fly ball this time. Morgan racing over to make the catch. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're through 5. You're dialed into the show. Back now at Progressive Field. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ricky Henderson. Bieber back to work. On the ground, right side. Jimenez on the run, throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn now at the plate. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter, or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate. He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Here's the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the righty deals. That one out to right. Right there is Laureano. Out number 2.
The center fielder, number 24.
2 outs, base is empty. Ken Griffey Jr. will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. The Boomers with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Guardians on top, 12-0. Well, we go bottom 6, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
The pitch. That one hammered center field. That's back there. That one is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they add a run. It's 13-0.
not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
A new arm into the game, the righty, J.R. Richard. And he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball. So here's the cleanup hitter, Stephen Kwan. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Griffey gets under it. Pulls it in for the out.
Up next for Cleveland, the second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
And now Andres Gimenez. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Goes to second. Safe there.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So first and second with one man gone. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. 3 for 3's doubled twice and single. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Around third, he scores. It's 14-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Yeah, the batter now, Brian Rocchio. And that one hammered. That's back there. Back. Gone. And he's gone yard again. His third home run of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 17-0.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Ron Guidry.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So up next, Josh Naylor. Well struck right field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And into second with one away. That's a double. Cut off. Now a throw home. The tag out.
Now batting.
Well, clearly being aggressive on the bases right there, trying to add on to that big lead. Credit to the defense, though. Nice execution to cut him down at the plate. Man, it's good to see they're still out there trying to make plays for their pitcher.
So, man aboard, Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Their third home run of the inning. It's 19-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's off the wall. Around first, digging for 2. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, the slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
Mike.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
The pitch. In there at the knees for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Struck him out looking.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And that one is lifted in the air. Laureano settles under it, brings it in, and that is that. Here in Cleveland, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Ramon Laureano. The pitch. Hard hit, but right at him and left.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now it's the DH, Will Brennan. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. Swing and a base hit. Junior gets it back in quickly. Runner holds at third, respecting the big arm at center field.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
New arm out of the bullpen, Bruce Sutter.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And up next for Cleveland, Brayan Rocchio. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Sizes this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 7, Miles Straw.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Myles Straw. And that one fouled off.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Fouled off left side. Two on, 2 outs. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Picks himself up at RBI. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
Back to the top of the order now. Josh Naylor getting ready to hit. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So they're at the corners now. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Henderson going back, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Everything came together for him. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Pulls that one foul. Hard ground ball, base knock. 1 run is in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And here is Stephen Kwan. Base hit and a run comes in.
Couple of singles back to back. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Goose Gossage on to pitch out of the pen here. first and second, 2 down. So in now for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. And there's a rocket into the outfield. They're waving Ramirez home. He's safe.
He was all over that one. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Ripped to third. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But tack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. 8th inning coming up. The Guardians lead this one 25-0. We go to the 8th, and here is Mike Piazza. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their #1 job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them.
So digging in, Cal Ripken Jr. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. And first offering is fouled off. The Guardians up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. Back here in Cleveland, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And the batter now, Will Brennan.
Designated hitter, Will
The wind of the pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back. Onto the home run porch and left goal. He sends one out the opposite way. It's 26-0.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Ripped on the ground to second. Morgan on to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
The center fielder, #7, Miles.
And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now Josh Naylor. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one is out of here. He circles the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 28-0.
looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch.
New pitcher on now, Tom Henke.
Now pitching, Tom Henke.
Base is empty, one away. Next to hit, Bo Naylor. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. That's his third home run of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 29-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
One out, base is empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. That one ripped. Gone. His third home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 30-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
One down. Stephen Kwan digs in now. That's hard hit on the line. And it's gone. Smith gets the call from the pen.
Smith.
So one out, nobody on. Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. This to center field. Griffey in pursuit. He's got it, and there's two away.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres.
Two outs, base is empty.
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a laser off the bat. This looks like extra bases. And now let's see if he goes for it. And into second easily with a two-out double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And in scoring position with two away. At the plate, Will Brennan. Hard on the ground to first. Murray steps on the bag. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. All set to start the ninth in this one. Here's the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. Bieber back to work. And a foul ball. Bounced up the middle. Jimenez on to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
the right fielder, number 19, Tony.
He's 2
Gwynn.
outs away. Now the number 2 hitter, Tony Gwynn. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Fires to first on the run. Now only 1 out remaining.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Now here is Ken Griffey Jr. Next offering is fouled back. The Boomers down to their final strike. That one just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Got him. And that wraps it up for this afternoon.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Time at the ball game, 3 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.